Now, I already know it's probably going to cause a firestorm in social media.
Today we reveal a never-before-seen meltdown and secret trading model from ICT's private charter group, leaked to me by a member of Michael's previous paid mentorships.
Best money ever spent.
And if you think that claiming to hear the voice of God is absurd, then get ready, because the only words to justify the insanity of Michael's lies and delusions would get me banned. First, you must understand Enigma, a mysterious algorithm that controls everything to do with price action and was created by ICT. He refers to it as the market engine. And that right there is why there's a small group of ICT traders that say, yeah, I know he's fucked in the head, but separate the man from the concepts, which is better than nothing. But then again, the concepts are based on the idea that financial markets are entirely controlled by one master algorithm designed by a guy who lived here until he sold mentorships for multiple years and was able to move here.
I've made so much more money teaching than I did trading.
But hey, what do I know? The guy can literally predict the future because it's based on an algorithm he created, yet when he stupidly decided to take real trades on a live stream for once, he ended up losing 5 trades in a row with a supposed 96% win rate and throwing a temper tantrum about being hunted by the algorithm he created. Not to mention having just lost the Robbins Cup for the 4th time. So now that you understand Enigma, that Michael is one of the worst traders of all time and is a delusional narcissist, prepare for it to get much worse.
I sat here all evening, contemplating whether or not to show something I shouldn't. If I do, the questions many have will be answered in one fell swoop and an upload. However, am I willing to stand against the possible response, is the question. I'm going to show what an IMP24 is tonight and show how I have created a language that gives close but not the actual delivery as an IMP24 node. I get so many frauds pretending to know what it is to sell their BS copy ICT mentorships and lie and say they never studied my content. When I put all this together, I wanted it all to be time-based, predictable, scheduled. Converting the source code to actionable events wasn't easy. As there are several dozens of algorithmic scripts I can't make actionable for those that are not in possession of the algo.
Alright, before this gets insane, what's happening is that ICT is about to unveil a new secret model called IMP24 nodes. For those who aren't new, ICT does this every year to try and retain the people who start realizing he's a fraud. He always comes up with a new thing that'll finally make you profitable, and these models are supposed to reveal how the Enigma algorithm operates. So he must have quite the background in computer science, right? No. Now look at this.
I find it odd for so long I have taught my concepts with pretty much no pushback from old friends. However, in 2024, I pulled back the veil and started teaching what I never wanted to share with the public, and my audio starts acting up. I replace microphones, laptop, new audio gear, still issues. Then I can't connect to YouTube to stream. Then today my computer gets locked in a malware attack. At the risk of sounding lunatic fringe, at what point do you start to consider it hints to shut up?
This fucking guy is saying that his audio and internet is acting up because there are forces that want him to stop sharing information about his master algorithm. He's so inept with computers that he can't figure out how to fix his audio or connect to YouTube, let alone getting malware, which I haven't done since I was 10 and clicked the wrong download button on a site for installing Minecraft mods. And we're supposed to believe that he's a super genius who coded the algorithm that controls the financial markets? Controls the future? None of this is even somewhat believable, and he's the biggest trading influencer in the world. Wake up, people. Holy shit, help me. I can't do this anymore. This is where you start to sound retarded.
You couldn't begin to imagine.
We don't need to imagine. We're looking right at it. It's right there.
Watch out, another van might be pulling up.
They drive Cybertrucks now. Faster pull off at the lights.
Come on. Do you know how many breaks I have to take when making these videos? A lot. And it's about to get so much worse. We haven't even started.
There are so many clueless goobers pretending they know what I have coded and couldn't recognize a single line of its coding if I showed it to them, least of which know what it does. But they can teach it. Trust me, bro. So, this isn't a teaching opportunity for anyone to replicate it. They won't be able to be honest. Why? The scripts aren't in the charts. They are rule-based time-delivered directives.
Ugh.
If this, then that. Or else, intervention.
Buckle up.
To some of you in here, you don't fully subscribe to the algo plot. This makes me smile, but you are welcome to believe or not. You paid for your ticket for admission and seen things you never would have otherwise. So the question is, how can I know this? I am him.
Do you understand what that means? Michael just said that he's God. That H is not accidentally capitalized. Do not give me that BS. Any time that Michael or any Christian refers to God as he or him, the H is capitalized. If you think I'm being ridiculous, then you're unfamiliar with Michael, because it was less than a year ago that he claimed to have gotten the instructions on how to trade directly from God.
He's picked me up like a pen, and I've submitted myself to him, and the things that you've learned came from him. So yeah, there's a still quiet voice, and yes, I heard it.
That's different from the tweet in the top right that says God uses the most unlikely of people, which you could argue is just about being grateful. Sure, but you can't defend literally saying you hear God, and then later in a delusional rant about the master algorithm directly say that you are him. That H is not accidentally capitalized. Oh my God. Or is it, oh my Michael? I don't know. But thank Michael I was born into the right religion. The religion of ICT, that is. I was going to play his recordings, but it's just typical ICT nonsense, metaphors, and incoherent ramblings. Instead, I'll play a few highlights and then we'll get to the finale, which is well worth the wait.
Now, I already know it's probably going to cause a firestorm in social media because they're going to see something that is just too perfect. It's too perfect. And I'm going to try to present it in a way it's like tongue-in-cheek because I want it to be laughed at. But I'm kind of prefacing it with you all here, but I want you to know that this is part of those things that you would never see. It's just perfect. It's perfect. Cue the intriguing monotone. Do, do, do. You're not going to learn from me, okay? I'm going to be real honest with you, but I'm going to showcase a small segment of it so that way it kind of like will address the questions as far as I can go with it. I'm probably going to overstep tonight, really, but I just want to show these yahoos literally, they have nothing. They have nothing.
So, he briefly introduced a vague description about a new trading model, how it'll be the final and truest insight into Enigma, and that he'll be making it public soon. But the plans to do that were interrupted when a big fire started inside this warehouse. Why is this relevant? Because apparently it's his son Cody's business, and Michael believes this fire was a punishment for saying he'd revealed the new trading model about the master algorithm. He said, I have to change direction. I just wanted you all to know that. In short, I will not be teaching anymore. I don't want to go into it, to be honest. It's something I must stop. I hope you understand. He then made a big announcement about how the mentorship is over and that the public will be invited to the private group. And it almost makes you feel bad for him, until you remember that he is a despicable... My lawyer said to stop. Just a couple days later, Michael did in fact open up a public Telegram, and now that he's retired from running years of paid mentorships, which again allowed him to move out of the rundown townhouse he was living in as a supposed millionaire trader and creator of Enigma, he sure loves to talk about how he does everything for free. Apparently, you can make fun of people who sell something the moment you stop selling your own scam of a mentorship. Seems a little hypocritical to me, but, well, what do I know? Telegram will be his new outlet for fooling beginners into thinking that drawing rectangles on the chart means you can trade, and honestly, I'm not surprised at all. You want to know why he's doing this? The same reason that he has comments turned off on YouTube. He doesn't want people to be able to call him out or to interact with each other because then they'll share the truth about his 30-year track record of lies, fraud, and failed trading accounts. I recommend watching this video in particular rather than the 43-minute video covering the whole history, but you can check that out too if you want. It gets even more into the algorithm, and ICT completely exposes his own lies by saying contradictions about how it even works. I think that might also be the video where I said as long as I can make a profit within the next 25 years or so, then I'll have outperformed ICT's trading performance. And I'm pretty happy to say that I've done that already. Just a small bit of money from prop firms, trading funded accounts. That's what I trade through. I've got guides on everything on my website. Everything can be learned for free. Thank you, take care, and I'll see you next time.